What's good, family? Smash the like button and subscribe. So, for you man who don't know, your boy the YB exclusively proprietarily leaked some information from one of his dons, from one of his sleeper cell donnies deep inside Tyson Scary's camp, and that information was unfortunately that again the YB was confirmed 100% correct, and that Tyson Scary would indeed be pulling out. Yeah, Nostradamus B was absolutely correct, and Tyson Scary will not make it to July 24th. Why? Allegedly, Tyson Scary's camp is infested with C19. That's the allegations. That's what the YB sources are telling him right now. Anywho, on that basis, after the YB leaked this exclusive information, obviously Tyson Scary's camp saw it, and they have replied. Obviously, again, they're fuming, they're steaming that this got out. They're not happy at all, as you can imagine. And they've said the following. The YB and his sleeper cell dons reported that a C19 outbreak in Tyson Scary's camp meant the fight must be pushed back from its July 24th date. A statement from Top Rank to Sky Sports, to the YB said, "We continue to monitor the health status of Tyson Scary and his team, and the status of the event has not changed to date. Wilder's team have not commented when requested to by the YB's team." Yeah? So, what can we take from this? Well, I hate to break it to you. What we do know is this little statement here from Top Rank about we continue to monitor the health. What we do know is they haven't, like, what's key here is a lot of goofy Tyson Scary fans have been in my comment section saying, "Oh, YB, it's not, Top Rank have shut it down and you're wrong and your sources are..." What we do know is, guess what? Top Rank didn't say, "Yeah, there's no smoke," or "there's no fire," did they? They did not say there's no smoke and there's no fire. They said, "Oh yeah, there is some fire, but we got it under control." You got that. If you man can't see where this is going, it's peak for you. Because from where I'm sitting, the best case scenario, a scenario where I'd be questioning if this fight's going to happen or not. A scenario where I'd be questioning if my sources were correct or not would be, don't know what he's talking about. Don't know what they're talking about. There ain't no C19 in the camp. But the fact they've acknowledged that Tyson Scary's camp is riddled with C19, it's just a matter of time. This, for me, they basically don't want to admit what's inevitable. And I reckon what's going to happen is it's going to play out like this. Tyson Scary's camp can't afford to come out and say, "Oh yeah, it's off, it's off." What they're going to do is they're going to string along the fans. "Oh yeah, we're monitoring the situation," and then it'll be touch and go, and one of them ones, 100%. They'll string the fans along, and then they'll, "We tried, sorry," one of them ones, 100%. They're going to string the fans along, and then 3, 4, 5, 6 days before, because what they want to do is, they want to benefit from all the hype of this first fight. They want to build it as much as possible, and then pull the rug at the last minute to increase the marketing. Because, essentially, by pulling out a week before or a few days before, that gives you 2 promotions. You get to promote the first fight, or, you know what I'm saying, you get to promote this July 24th date, and then you pull the rug on July 21st, and then you get to do a whole nother promotion. And when we know that, as I've explained to you in my last video, we know that Tyson Scary and Deontay Wilder 3, they ain't selling no tickets. 80% is unsold, no doubt. One of my ticket tout dons leaked to me today that they ain't selling no tickets. So it's all adding up now, and it also makes sense why Deontay Wilder's team haven't responded. And I said to you, man, there's a possibility that they're all in cahoots together, because Wilder ain't sell no tickets, and Wilder and whoever else's team, Shelley Winkle, he loves the money. He's cabal. Yeah, they love money, so they ain't gonna be putting no fart on if they ain't got no money there. And the fact that if I was Wilder's team, I'd be going off, wouldn't you? But the fact they're sitting there not saying much tells me that they're in on this 100%. They don't want this fight on July 24th. And it all, to be honest, it all felt a bit, it always was a bit shifty to me. The way that they got July 24th out there. And I even speculated at the time and said, yeah, there's no way it's happening. Not even just me, to be fair. Most people said, I think Eddie Hearn said, it seems a little sus how quickly they've got this all organised. And what that means is, if it was suspect that they organised it so quickly, in reality, what's likely is nothing was ever organised. And that's the point. For example, if I tell you we're going to the moon tomorrow, you're probably going to think, wait there, YB, yeah, you ain't even built a rocket yet, and you'll be right. You know what I'm saying? When people make things, when people allege things have been all organised real quick, Bob Arum, you couldn't organise the AJ fight in 6 months, but you managed to organise the Wilder fight, which you didn't know about, in 2 days. Okay then. Sus. Yeah? Susp. Susp. No doubt about that. So listen, well, and to be honest, I don't even care. I don't even care if they're in cahoots, because I didn't care about this fight anyway. The only thing I care about, I was looking forward to I was looking forward to how close the fight was. That was it. I was looking forward to the fact that, yeah, well, I couldn't care for this fight, but at least we're going to get it soon. At least we're going to, it's better for me, yeah? It's better for me to watch a fight I don't care about now than it is in 6 months. Unfortunately, guess what? We're going to have to watch a fight we don't care about in 6 months' time. Which means that I really don't care about it. How about that? The only bit that was intriguing about this fight was the fact that it was going to happen soon. And we didn't have to hear from Wilder and hear from Tyson Scary anymore. Now, we've got 6 more months of Tyson Scary and Deontay Wilder just gassing the place up and not fighting. Which is my beef over the last year. The last year, guess what Tyson Scary and Deontay Wilder haven't been doing? Fighting. And now we've got another X amount of months. Because this statement, I don't care what you man, I don't care what you goofy Tyson Scary fans say, but this statement from Top Rank is not good. We continue to monitor the health status of Tyson Scary. They haven't even said, yeah, but it's all under control. Do you understand? This is the worst possible response. We continue to monitor the health status of Tyson Scary. Not, we've got it under full control and it's not going to be a problem. Monitoring, which basically tells you that, yeah, any second now, we're going to tell you that the monitoring went wrong, or we're going to, you know what I'm saying, one of them ones. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. So now, we do know categorically there's some slow dons listening to this video. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to spell out what he really means. We continue, what's the word? We continue to Pied Piper the fans all the way down the street until we get close enough to the fight that we're going to pull the rug. That's what he means by this, 100%. We continue to monitor the health status. No, you continue to string the fans along. That's what you continue to do. You ain't continuing to monitor no health situation. It's either on or it ain't. What do you mean you're continuing to monitor? And think about it, because you've either got it or you ain't. I don't get that. Do you get that? If you've got it, like, we're 2 weeks away from the fight, yeah. So, has he got it or not? That's what we need to know, isn't it? I don't get that. Because if he's got it, obviously it's not happening. Does that make sense? If he's got it, it's obviously not happening. If you're saying he's got it, it's not happening. So what do you mean? We're continuing to monitor? So what? And that's what I'm trying to tell you, man. This is a string along thing. They want to get all the speculation going. That's another thing as well. We all know that these kind of news events drive clicks. This will be massive in terms of views and whatnot. Everyone will be tuning into this. So it's a great bait and switch. Although, maybe I'm hoping, well, there was a small bit of hope inside me that maybe this is exactly that. Maybe this is something to drive hype for the July 24th. How hopeful I am for that? Not hopeful at all, to be fair. I'm hoping they're just saying this to try and make some more buzz, but the way they've kind of strung it out, we're continuing to monitor. Like, for example, let's say it would be good marketing to put pure fake news out there. For example, if Top Rank leaked the fact that there's C19 in the camp, and then they shut it down immediately, that makes sense, kind of thing. Because then you can say, well, they've made it and they've shut it down, but the way we're continuing to monitor, that tells me that this isn't just this is a long-term thing, in my opinion. This isn't going to be a quick, news cycle and move on. Because what are you monitoring? I don't get that. Do you get that? We're continuing to monitor Tyson Scary. So what? Because think about it. You'd think, number one, who's got it? Number 2, whoever's got it, get them out of the camp. How about that? Do you understand? What is there to be talking about here? And surely all these dons have had their vaccines, allegedly. You'd think so. The way these shieldons carry on. So what? They've had this. So yeah, that's another thing, in fact. That is another thing, in fact. All these men would have been, to travel outside the UK, you'd have had to have been shot up to Kingdom Come. And that's a, oh wow, this is peak. 100%. Any of you man who think this is real, you speak for you. Because to leave the country, you have to have all the shots and all the tests. My dad's just about to go on holiday, and he couldn't leave without having been shot up and tested and whatnot. So how can Tyson Scary be clean to leave, and now all of a sudden his camp's riddled with it? How does that make sense? Because you've all had the vaccine and you've all had all the tests, and it's all dying down anyway, broadly speaking. So despite all that, and despite everyone being on alert, especially when you're in a big fight camp, innit? You're in a big fight camp, so if anyone's going to be taking precaution, it'd be there, wouldn't it? So despite the vaccine, despite taking precaution, despite testing before you flew out, your team's riddled with it. That sounds to me like you're just trying to jump, put out. Bottom line. So yeah, any doubts that this was something else other than him trying to duck the fight and pull out, I'm sorry. It is what it is. I can't see an angle where this leads to the fight happening on July 24th now. And the fact they've been so brief, the fact they're saying, oh, we continue to monitor the health situation. Well, again, what health situation can there really be? Does he have it or not? Because if he don't have it, why would the fight not need to happen? If that makes sense. Innit? Think about it. We continue to monitor the health situation. Okay, so what? Does his trainer have it? Because if Tyson doesn't have it, and his trainer doesn't have it, who cares? Get them randomers out of there. So what is it? And the fact they haven't told us that tells me all I need to know, which is that no one has it in the camp. They're just throwing things out there so they can change the date. Bottom line. Innit? It's really not rocket science here. You either come out and say, yep, Tyson Fury's got it, and we're postponing, or you come out and say, no one's got it. It's fake news. But they've sat in the middle, which that only goes one way when you sit in the middle. That goes down the way of stringing the fans along. Innit? Think about it, because all this does is leave a whole bunch of questions open. It would have been better of them to just deny it, or for them to say no comment, wouldn't it? Because now all you've done is put this pure speculation out there that, yeah, Fury's camp is riddled with it. Innit? You've given us information that's just essentially useless, but then it's still alarming, if that makes sense. Useless but alarming, the worst kind of information you can get. We continue to monitor the health status of Tyson Scary and his team. If you're gonna do all that, why don't you just come out and say, yeah, there's 10 people in Tyson Scary's team, 4 of them have it. Anyway, I'm confused now, because all you've done is, again, lead the fans on. I don't understand the point of this statement, do you? Maybe it's just me. Maybe some of you Tyson Scary fans can explain their point of view here, because I'm struggling. This is the definition of, yeah, we're about to pull the rug, in my opinion. Because it leaves everything wide open, doesn't it? Now, yeah, at any point, they can tell you, yeah, Tyson Scary has got it, and he's out. But the fact they haven't clarified anything, I'm sorry, but it means exactly that. This is a big, what do they call it? This was a big psyop, essentially. A big juicy one. And they're just waiting to drop some BS in there. Because we know C19 doesn't work like this, where it's all, isn't it? It's all one of them ones. They're acting like it's some new thing where no one has a clue what's going on, and it's all brand spanking new, and we're monitoring the situation as it develops. You know, everyone's there, isn't it? When things first kick off, what do people say? Oh, we're monitoring the situation closely. That's a first thing. That's when things first kick off. We're a year and a half into it now. When you're a year and a half into it, it's pretty simple. Why? Because all the tests are there, isn't it? To sit there and say we're monitoring it, well, monitoring what? Have they got it or not? Who's got it or not? Now, I guess you could argue, well, YB, they can't name names because of medical reasons and whatever else. Listen, if you want fans to put their hand in their pocket and buy pay-per-view and turn up to your event, you name who we want you to name. How about that? And what I don't understand is, why ain't for all intents and purposes, all we need to know is, fair enough, if you can't name if you can't name individual people, just tell us if Fury's got it or not. How about that? But maybe they can't even do that, can they? In terms of medical, whatever. But listen, end of the day, I don't really care. Ideally, I'd rather this fight happen, because I want to end this chapter. Well, tell a lie. It's probably going to be 6 fights anyway, but either way, July 24th works for me. How about that? July 24th works for the YB. I want to watch it then. I don't want to watch it later. But this ain't a good look. Although, let me play devil's advocate. Maybe... Well, tell a lie. I was about to say maybe no one has it in the camp. Or maybe not. Maybe Fury don't have it in the camp and it's a... But why would they say we're monitoring the health status of Tyson? We continue to monitor the health status of Tyson. Although, maybe again, maybe, but let me read some more into it. We continue to monitor the health status of Tyson and his team, and the status of the event has not changed to date. See, there we go. Sorry, but that bit at the end, to date. Do you understand? And the status of the event has not changed to date, which basically means, not yet, but you best believe, any day now we're going to drop the bombshell on you. Because think about it. If it was not going to be a problem, yeah, you'd say, we continue to... Well, you wouldn't even say this, but for argument's sake, you'd say, we continue to monitor the health status of Tyson Scary and his team. And the status of the event... But the status of the event will not change. Or has... You know what I'm saying? Or even has not changed. Let's leave it as that. But to date... implies at some point in the future that won't be the case. Anyway, listen. Yeah. Bottom line for me is, I told you 2 months ago they're going to pull out, and this statement more or less confirms they're going to pull out. Because it doesn't do anything else. It doesn't shut anything down. It doesn't give you any certainty. And when these big companies don't give you certainty, Think about it from a ticket selling point of view. This is the worst thing you can say, more or less. Oh, it doesn't affect the status of the event today, and also as of today the event's still on. Imagine that. As of today the event's still on. Who does that help? It don't help the people who are planning on flying out and booking hotels. They're thinking, what do you mean as of today? Is it on or not? And the fact they've allowed that, maybe it's Top Rank just being sloppy, but the fact they're happy to ride with this. Because if I was putting an event on, yeah, I'd want, well, that's what you want. When you're running events, certainty is like a premium, or there's a premium for certainty. Any event Dom will tell you. Certainty is key, for obvious reasons. You don't want to be leaving things out there loosey-goosey. Because it's going to affect your bottom line. There ain't no one buying tickets to an event that's loosey-goosey and certain, are they? So the fact they haven't come out and shot this down tells me that, yeah, they're planning on changing the date to some point in the future. And they're going to use this as a marketing opportunity to drag it out and get the news flow going. Because if they can drag out this for a week, yeah, that's going to be strong news flow. Why? Because all the fight fans are going to be tuning in every day or twice a day thinking, oh, is there an update? Is there an update? That's my prediction. That's what I'm hearing from the inside. How about that? And in terms of YB, but has he got it? Hasn't he got it? I'm telling you now, from my source inside Fury's camp, none of them have it. Yeah? None of them have it. It's just a pure marketing thing. They're all sitting there laughing, seeing this stuff go on. That's what I'm hearing. No one's got it, and that explains why they're being so brief as well. They're just talking airy-fairy because they can, because it's not real. It's making up. And in fact, that's another video I've got coming soon. I'm gonna leak to you, man. Not one of them man have got it. How about that? Not one of them man have it. It's impossible. Just think about it for a second. How could they have got it? After all the vaccine, after all the test, after all the isolation, after they're not. Think about it. Tyson Fury, yeah, was partying with a whole bunch of degenerate dons for how long? All in the video, and his trainer. Tyson Scary and his team were doing the most. We saw them with Tommy Fury, we saw them at the pub, at the restaurant, all mixed up, loosey-goosey, with Shaquille O'Neal. Guess what? Not one hint of C19. But, all of a sudden, when you're in camp, and you're going to be your most isolated, your most careful, your most consistent in terms of the people you're around, the most vaccinated, the most tested, oh, now your team's riddled with it. Yeah. You've been with them same dons for how long now? But all of a sudden it's infiltrated your camp. Get serious. You dons have been you dons have been Pied Pipered. And I'm telling you now, at the end of the trail, it's your boy the YB with a big stroking lob on. That's what's at the end. That's what you man. That's the prize you man have won, no doubt.